Hi, Big Divitiva here. I often notice that in people's perception there is a confusion between decorators, designers, and architects. I'd like to explain the similarities between them, the educational background, why would you want to work with one or another, and the main differences. Let's get started. Let's talk about decorators first. So for the educational background, I think you don't really need one. However, it will be a plus to have a certificate or some courses completed. They're great in sourcing out materials, accessories, furniture. You would like to work with a decorator if you need to stage your place, beautify your space, spruce it up, and it works really well in the residential field. Now let's talk about interior designers. For the educational background, there is usually a bachelor or master's in interior architecture, interior design, or environmental design. The similarities between interior designer and a decorator is that they're focusing on the interior space, on its aesthetics. Now the difference between interior designer and decorator, so when a designer creates a space plan, there is a more complex knowledge involved in here. Building code, accessibility code, furniture development is the foundation to create lighting plans, electrical, ceiling plans. Interior designers are trained to understand other disciplines' drawings. They have the skills to communicate with these disciplines, and that's important when the designer has the idea and that needs to be implemented. You will want to work with an interior designer if you have a commercial, hospitality, retail spaces. It's important in these public spaces to think about the safety. Now let's talk about architects. For the educational background, architects usually have a bachelor or master's in architecture. However, it is not enough. In order to call yourself an architect, you need to be licensed, and to get a license, you will need to have your education, your experience under a licensed architect, and you will need to pass your board exams. So until then, it will be illegal to use the word architect in any of its form. The similarities between interior designers and architects is that they can both work on the interior spaces with the knowledge of building codes, accessibility codes, etc. And some of the architectural firms actually specialize in interiors only. However, the main focus of architects and architecture is the building and its surrounding. That's when we're talking about density, the community itself, the surrounding of the community. Architects are great in creating architectural details, construction drawings. They can sign off your drawings. You will want to work with an architect if you have a new building, a substantial remodel in your building, an addition. However, architects and interior designers, they work hand in hand. And a lot of times, architectural firms, they have their internal interior departments. This was a brief summary of how I understand these professions and the knowledge about them that I have. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, please let us know. I wish you well and be healthy.